Imagine a seed buried deep within the earth. It knows that the light above awaits it. But before it can reach the surface, it must break through the layers of doubt, fear, and disbelief. You too have that seed within you, the seed of unshakable confidence. Yet, there are mistakes that silently kill that confidence before it ever blossoms. There is a fundamental truth that many overlook in their journey toward fulfillment. You are not separate from what you desire. This understanding is the key to unlocking a life of abundance, joy, and effortless manifestation. You see, everything you long for, whether it be success, love, wealth, or peace, already exists within you. The separation you feel is an illusion created by your own mind, a mental construct that veils the unity between you and the object of your desire. So, you are a creator. Every thought, every emotion, every belief that you hold shapes your reality. Your outer world is but a reflection of your inner state. When you desire something, it is not outside of you, waiting to be obtained through effort or struggle. It is a part of you, calling to be realized and brought into your awareness. The more you perceive your desires as distant, the more you affirm their separation from you. And this perceived gap between where you are and where you want to be becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. What many fail to understand is that desire itself is a divine gift. It is not something to be suppressed or feared, nor is it a reminder of lack. Desire is a signal, a reminder that the life you seek is already within your reach. In fact, the moment you conceive of a desire, the possibility of its realization is born within you. There is no need to strive or beg for it. Instead, you must align yourself with the truth that it is already yours. This alignment comes from a shift in awareness. When you see yourself as separate from your desires, you operate from a mindset of scarcity, of lack. You believe that you must work harder, be more, or do more to attain what you want. But this only perpetuates the illusion of separation. The secret is to change the way you see yourself. You must identify with the version of you that already has what you seek. The moment you believe that you are already the person who possesses the desire, the external world will reflect that truth. This process is not about forcing the world to give you what you want. It is about recognizing that the outer world is a mirror of your inner state. When you shift internally, the external must follow. If you desire wealth, for example, you must first cultivate a mindset of abundance. You must feel, think, and act as though you are already wealthy. The same applies to love, success, or any other aspiration. You cannot wait for the outside world to change before you feel worthy or confident. You must embody those feelings now. Trust is key. Trust that your desires are not random or unreachable. They are divine impulses guiding you toward the life you are meant to live. When you trust that what you desire is already yours, you release the need to chase or struggle. You move with ease, knowing that life is working in your favor. You become magnetic to your desires, drawing them into your experience effortlessly. You and your desires are one. The separation you feel is an illusion, and the moment you dissolve that illusion, you will realize that everything you have ever wanted is already within you. All that is required is your belief, your knowing, and your willingness to claim it. Many people live their lives from the outside in, constantly reacting to the circumstances and opinions around them. They allow external events to dictate their emotions, thoughts, and sense of self-worth. This way of living keeps them in a state of dependency on the outer world, forever chasing validation, approval, or material success. It is a fragile existence, where one's happiness and confidence are contingent upon conditions beyond their control. But this approach overlooks a deeper truth: your external world is merely a reflection of your inner state. When you live from the outside in, you become a prisoner of circumstances. You believe that your life is shaped by the actions and opinions of others, by the randomness of events, or by what society deems valuable. If things go well, you feel uplifted. If they don't, you feel diminished. This creates a roller coaster of emotions, leaving you powerless, as though life is happening to you rather than through you. Your self-worth rises and falls with the approval of others, and your happiness seems to depend on fleeting external factors like success, wealth, or relationships. The problem with this approach is that the outer world is unpredictable and impermanent. Things change, people change, circumstances change, and when they do, your sense of security and identity may crumble if it is built on these shifting foundations. You find yourself constantly trying to control things outside of yourself, hoping that by manipulating the world around you, you will find peace, love, or satisfaction. But control is an illusion, and the more you try to grip onto the external, the more elusive inner peace becomes. True power and fulfillment come from living from the inside out. This means grounding yourself in your inner world, your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings rather than allowing external events to dictate your state of being. You are the creator of your experience, not a victim of circumstances. When you understand this, you shift from a reactive state to a proactive one, where you consciously shape your reality through your inner state. Instead of waiting for the world to make you feel happy, secure, or loved, you generate those feelings within yourself. You decide to feel abundant before the money arrives, to feel loved before the relationship appears, to feel confident before the external validation comes. When you live from the inside out, your inner state is no longer dependent on external conditions. You cultivate an unshakable sense of self-worth, grounded in the knowledge that you are already enough, that everything you need is within you. This shift in perspective transforms your relationship with the world. When you stop seeking validation from others, you find freedom in being yourself. When you no longer rely on external success to feel fulfilled, you are free to pursue your passions without fear of failure. And when you understand that you are the source of your own happiness, no external event can take it away from you. Living from the inside out requires a deep trust in yourself and in the process of life. It means recognizing that you are not at the mercy of circumstances, but rather that you are the creator of them. Your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions shape your reality. When you align your inner state with the truth of your power and worth, the external world will inevitably reflect that back to you. By living from the inside out, you reclaim your power. You realize that everything you seek externally, love, success, happiness, already exists within you. The outer world becomes a mirror, reflecting the reality that you create from within. Instead of being reactive to life's events, you become the conscious architect of your experience, living with intention, purpose, and unshakable confidence. Fear of failure is one of the most powerful forces that can hold you back in life. It whispers doubts in your ear, urging you to stay within the confines of what feels safe and familiar. This fear convinces you that making mistakes or experiencing setbacks is a reflection of your inadequacy, leading you to avoid risks and opportunities that could bring immense growth. But in reality, failure is not something to be feared. It is a natural and essential part of the journey toward success and self-realization. When you allow fear of failure to control you, you hand over the keys to your own potential and remain trapped in a limited version of yourself. The fear of failure stems from a misunderstanding of what failure truly is. Society often equates failure with defeat or lack of worth, creating a stigma that paralyzes people from even attempting to pursue their dreams. But failure is not a dead end, it is a stepping stone. Every failure contains within it the seeds of wisdom, growth, and the opportunity to realign with your true path. Without failure, there would be no learning, no refinement of skills, and no deepening of understanding. Those who succeed have not avoided failure, they have embraced it, learned from it, and used it as fuel to propel themselves forward. The true danger is not in failing, but in allowing the fear of failure to prevent you from trying at all. When you are afraid of failing, you become stagnant. You shrink your world to what is comfortable and known, avoiding the discomfort of uncertainty. In doing so, you miss out on the experiences that would expand your abilities, deepen your wisdom, and lead you to higher levels of achievement. Fear of failure is a prison that keeps you from exploring the vastness of your own potential. The more you try to avoid failure, the more you limit yourself to a life of mediocrity. You might avoid immediate discomfort, but you also block the opportunities for growth and success. Each time you give in to the fear, you reinforce a belief in your limitations, convincing yourself that you are not capable of achieving more. But the truth is, every time you face failure head-on, you grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The only way to break free from the grip of fear is to shift your perspective. Failure is not a reflection of your worth, but rather an indication that you are stepping out of your comfort zone and expanding into new territory. Every failure brings you closer to your desired outcome because it provides valuable feedback, showing you what works and what doesn't. It is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of courage and progress. The real failure lies in never trying, in allowing your fear to dictate your actions and keep you small. When you reframe failure as a necessary part of success, you unlock a new level of freedom. You begin to take risks, try new things, and embrace the unknown with confidence. You understand that setbacks are temporary and that each misstep is a valuable lesson on the path to mastery. Over time, your fear of failure diminishes because you realize that it is not something to be avoided but something to be welcomed as part of the process of becoming your highest self. It is not failure that holds you back, it is the fear of it. Release that fear and you will discover that there are no limits to what you can achieve. Every failure is an opportunity in disguise, waiting to guide you closer to your true potential. Your own worth is one of the most destructive habits you can fall into, as it directly undermines your ability to create the life you desire. When you question your value, you limit your potential and block the flow of abundance, love, and success that is naturally available to you. You may start to believe that you're not worthy of the good things in life, whether it's a fulfilling career, healthy relationships, or inner peace. But the truth is, your worth is inherent. It is not something that can be diminished by external circumstances, failures, or the opinions of others. To doubt your worth is to forget the fundamental truth of who you are, a powerful creator, capable of shaping your reality. Many people tie their sense of worth to their achievements, possessions, or the approval of others. They believe that only when they have reached a certain level of success or have received enough praise will they be deserving of happiness and fulfillment. This conditional view of self-worth is a trap. It leads to a constant search for external validation, and when that validation doesn't come, or when life doesn't go according to plan, self-doubt creeps in. The result is a cycle of feeling unworthy, which blocks you from pursuing your dreams or accepting opportunities that come your way. This doubt dims your inner light and keeps you from fully expressing your talents and gifts. Doubting your own worth also has a way of sabotaging your actions. When you believe that you are not enough, you hesitate to take risks or put yourself out there. You may find yourself settling for less than what you truly desire, whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal growth. Instead of going after what you really want, you shrink your goals to match what you think you deserve. This creates a limited life, far below your true potential. The universe responds to your belief in your worth. If you believe you are worthy of little, you will receive little. It is essential to recognize that your worth is not tied to anything external. You are worthy simply because you exist. There is nothing you need to prove, no milestone you must reach, and no person's approval you need to earn. The source of your worth is internal, rooted in the very essence of who you are. The moment you stop doubting yourself, you open the door to endless possibilities. You allow yourself to pursue your desires without hesitation, to trust in your abilities, and to embrace the opportunities that are aligned with your highest good. Building self-worth requires a shift in perception. Instead of focusing on what you lack or what you haven't yet achieved, focus on the unique qualities, strengths, and gifts that you already possess. Begin to affirm that you are enough, right here and right now. When you start to believe in your own value, you move through the world with confidence and certainty. You no longer need the approval of others because you are secure in the knowledge of your own worth. As you deepen your belief in yourself, you will notice that life begins to flow more easily. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach will present themselves, and you will have the courage to seize them. Relationships will improve as you attract people who recognize and honor your value. Success will come not because you are trying to prove something, but because you are living in alignment with the truth of who you are. Doubting your worth is a form of self-sabotage that blocks you from receiving the fullness of life. But when you choose to believe in your inherent value, everything changes. You become a magnet for abundance, love, and fulfillment. Your worth is limitless, and once you realize this, there is nothing you cannot achieve. Believing in limitations is one of the greatest obstacles to personal growth and success. These limitations are often not real, they are mental constructs, illusions that we accept as truth. When you believe in your limitations, you restrict yourself to a smaller, narrower version of life than what is truly available to you. The power of belief is profound. What you believe shapes your experience, and when you believe in limitations, you manifest a life that reflects those constraints. Most limitations are self-imposed, stemming from doubts, fears, or past experiences. You might tell yourself that you're not talented enough, not smart enough, or not deserving of more. These beliefs, often formed unconsciously over time, become the lens through which you view the world. As a result, you only see opportunities that align with your self-imposed limits, ignoring the vast possibilities that exist beyond them. This creates a cycle where your beliefs are continually reinforced by your experiences, convincing you even further that these limitations are real. One of the most common sources of limiting beliefs comes from societal conditioning. From a young age, we are told what is possible and what is not. We are taught to follow certain paths, to adhere to expectations, and to stay within the boundaries of what is considered realistic. But these boundaries are arbitrary, and they do not reflect your true potential. Society's limitations are not your own unless you choose to accept them. When you internalize these messages, you begin to doubt your own abilities and suppress your dreams, trading them for a life of mediocrity. Another source of limitations comes from fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. These fears are natural, but they become problematic when they are allowed to control your decisions. When you believe that you are limited by your fears, you avoid taking risks or stepping outside of your comfort zone. You settle for a life that feels safe but unfulfilling, missing out on the opportunities that lie beyond those perceived limits. Yet it is only by confronting these fears and moving through them that you discover your true strength and capability. Believing in limitations also prevents you from seeing yourself as the creator of your reality. When you accept limitations, you give your power away, assuming that forces outside of you, whether circumstances, other people, or fate, determine your destiny. But in truth, you are not bound by these external factors. Your beliefs shape your experiences, and when you choose to believe in your unlimited potential, the world will reflect that back to you. Every obstacle can be overcome, every challenge can be met, and every dream can be realized when you reject the notion of limitation. To break free from the prison of limitations, you must first become aware of the beliefs that are holding you back. Start by questioning the thoughts that tell you "I can't" or "it's impossible." Ask yourself if these beliefs are really true, or if they are just assumptions you've accepted without questioning. Once you identify the limiting beliefs, you can begin to replace them with empowering ones. Instead of seeing obstacles, start seeing possibilities. Instead of focusing on what you lack, focus on what you can create. When you shift your mindset from limitation to possibility, your world expands. Living without limitations requires courage and trust. It means stepping into the unknown, daring to dream bigger, and believing that you are capable of more than you've been told. It means trusting in your ability to create your reality and knowing that the universe responds to your beliefs. When you no longer believe in limitations, you open yourself to infinite potential. Life becomes an adventure, and you begin to realize that the only limits are the ones you impose on yourself. Your true nature is limitless. When you free yourself from the belief in limitations, you step into the fullness of who you are. You can achieve far more than you've ever imagined once you believe in your own infinite potential. Seeking perfection over progress is a mindset that traps many people in a cycle of frustration and inaction. The desire for perfection, while seemingly noble, often masks deeper fears: fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being enough. When you prioritize perfection over progress, you set an impossible standard for yourself, one that can never be fully attained. This pursuit of flawlessness leads to procrastination, self-doubt, and a reluctance to take meaningful steps forward, leaving you stuck in the same place while waiting for the perfect conditions to arrive. In truth, perfection is an illusion, and the real power lies in consistent progress, however imperfect it may seem. Perfectionism is rooted in a belief that unless something is done flawlessly, it is not worth doing at all. This mindset can apply to any area of life work, relationships, personal goals, or creative pursuits. You may find yourself constantly refining, revising, or delaying action because you believe the outcome must be without error. But the more you strive for perfection, the more elusive it becomes. You become paralyzed by the fear of making mistakes, and instead of moving forward, you remain in a constant state of preparation, never feeling ready to take the next step. One of the greatest dangers of seeking perfection is that it prevents you from even starting. You convince yourself that conditions must be ideal before you can begin. You wait for more knowledge, more skill, or a better opportunity before taking action. But the perfect moment never comes. There will always be something that could be improved, something that feels just out of reach. In this way, perfectionism becomes an excuse for inaction, a shield that protects you from the discomfort of trying, failing, and learning. However, progress only happens when you are willing to take imperfect action, to embrace the messiness of growth. Progress, on the other hand, is about moving forward step by step, accepting that mistakes and imperfections are part of the journey. It requires you to let go of the need to be perfect and to instead focus on the process of learning and evolving. Progress acknowledges that mastery is not achieved overnight, but through repeated efforts, through trial and error. Each step, no matter how small or flawed, brings you closer to your goal. The more you focus on progress, the more momentum you build, and that momentum becomes the key to success. When you shift your focus from perfection to progress, you free yourself from the pressure of unrealistic expectations. You allow yourself to make mistakes, to learn from them, and to grow in the process. This shift also cultivates resilience, as you begin to see failure not as a final verdict, but as a necessary step toward improvement. By embracing progress, you build confidence, knowing that every action, no matter how imperfect, moves you closer to your desired outcome. Perfectionism also limits creativity and innovation. When you are obsessed with getting everything right, you stifle your ability to take risks and explore new ideas. You become rigid, afraid to experiment or think outside the box for fear of making mistakes. However, true creativity and breakthrough ideas often arise from trial and error, from the willingness to try something new, even if it doesn't work out perfectly. Progress requires you to step into the unknown, to take risks, and to trust that you will learn along the way. Perfection is an unreachable goal, one that will always leave you feeling inadequate and dissatisfied. Progress, however, is achievable and rewarding. It allows you to celebrate each small victory, to acknowledge your growth, and to keep moving forward. When you prioritize progress over perfection, you embrace the journey of becoming rather than the unattainable ideal of being flawless. You allow yourself to evolve, to learn, and to succeed on your own terms, free from the burden of perfectionism. In conclusion, the pursuit of perfection, the fear of failure, and the belief in limitations all hold you back from realizing your true potential. The key to personal growth and fulfillment lies in shifting your mindset from doubting your worth to recognizing your inherent value, from living reactively to consciously creating your reality, and from seeking flawlessness to embracing progress. You are not limited by external conditions or past experiences. You are only limited by the beliefs you hold. When you release these beliefs and take consistent, imperfect action, you open yourself to endless possibilities. Trust in your inner power, and remember that the journey itself is where true transformation occurs. Thank you for embracing this wisdom and stepping into the fullness of who you truly are. Ladies and gentlemen, today I invite you to embark on a journey that begins not with your external circumstances, but within your mind and heart. Imagine for a moment that you are standing in the midst of your dreams, surrounded by the wealth and abundance you have longed for. This is not just a fantasy, it is your potential reality waiting to unfold. It is the most potent tool at our disposal, often underestimated in its ability to shape our realities. It is through our imagination that we can transcend the limitations of our current circumstances and envision a future filled with possibilities. When we engage our imagination, we tap into a boundless source of creativity and potential, allowing us to create vivid mental pictures of our desired outcomes. This process of imagining is not merely daydreaming, it is a profound practice that can alter the course of our lives. When we imagine, we effectively set a destination for ourselves. Picture your goals clearly in your mind's eye, whether it's a thriving career, a beautiful home, or the freedom to travel the world. This mental imagery serves as a compass, guiding our actions and decisions toward that envisioned future. The clearer and more detailed your imagination, the more compelling it becomes. Instead of seeing vague outlines of what you desire, bring forth specific details: the color of the walls in your dream home, the sounds of laughter during a celebration, the feeling of financial freedom. When you immerse yourself in these images, you activate emotions associated with achieving them, amplifying your motivation and commitment. Imagination acts as a rehearsal space for our lives. In the theater of our minds, we can practice scenarios before they manifest in reality. For instance, if you're preparing for an important presentation or a significant life change, visualize yourself succeeding. See yourself confidently delivering your message, feeling the energy of the audience, and receiving their applause. This mental rehearsal prepares you for real-life situations, building your confidence and reducing anxiety. It allows you to navigate challenges with grace and poise, knowing you have already experienced success in your mind. Imagination also empowers us to overcome obstacles. Life is often filled with challenges and setbacks, but when we harness our imaginative capabilities, we can envision pathways around these barriers. Instead of focusing on limitations, we can visualize alternative solutions. This shift in perspective is crucial. It encourages us to think creatively and find innovative ways to achieve our goals. When faced with adversity, ask yourself "what if?" and explore the myriad possibilities that arise. This approach not only fosters resilience but also opens the door to opportunities that may have previously seemed out of reach. Furthermore, the act of imagining is closely linked to the law of attraction, which posits that like attracts like. When we vividly imagine a desired outcome, we align our energy and intentions with that vision. The universe responds to this frequency, drawing similar energies and circumstances into our lives. It is as if we are sending a signal into the cosmos, proclaiming our readiness to receive what we desire. The more we engage with our imagination, the stronger this signal becomes, amplifying our ability to attract opportunities that resonate with our envisioned reality. Imagination fosters a sense of hope and possibility. In times of uncertainty or despair, it is our imagination that allows us to envision a brighter future. By picturing a life filled with abundance, joy, and fulfillment, we cultivate a sense of optimism that propels us forward. This hope is a driving force. It encourages us to take action, persist through challenges, and believe in our capacity to manifest our dreams. The power of imagination is transformative. It allows us to set our sights on our goals, rehearse our success, navigate obstacles, attract abundance, and foster hope. By engaging our imagination, we step into the role of creators of our own lives, harnessing our inner potential to manifest the reality we desire. Embrace this gift, for it is through imagination that we can truly shape our destinies and bring our dreams to fruition. Embodying wealth is about much more than simply accumulating material possessions. It is a state of being that permeates every aspect of your life. It involves adopting a mindset that reflects abundance, confidence, and a deep-seated belief in your worthiness to receive prosperity. This embodiment begins internally and radiates outward, influencing not only how you perceive yourself, but also how the world responds to you. To embody wealth, one must first understand that it is a mental and emotional alignment with the idea of abundance. This means shedding limiting beliefs that suggest you are unworthy of wealth or that financial success is reserved for others. Instead, replace these thoughts with empowering affirmations that reinforce your identity as a wealthy individual. Phrases such as "I attract abundance effortlessly" or "wealth is my natural state" can serve as powerful reminders of your inherent worthiness. As you repeat these affirmations, visualize yourself living in alignment with them, feeling the emotions associated with abundance flowing through you. A crucial aspect of embodying wealth is the way you carry yourself in everyday life. Your posture, demeanor, and energy should reflect the confidence and poise of someone who is already successful. Stand tall, make eye contact, and speak with authority. Your body language sends signals to both yourself and others, shaping how you are perceived. When you present yourself as someone who is confident in their wealth, you naturally attract opportunities and relationships that align with this perception. Furthermore, embodying wealth requires a shift in your daily habits and choices. Consider how a wealthy person might approach their day. They prioritize their time, invest in their personal growth, and engage in practices that nurture their well-being. Begin to implement similar habits into your life, regardless of your current financial situation. Allocate time for self-care, invest in your education, and surround yourself with people who inspire and uplift you. When you cultivate these habits, you align your actions with the mindset of abundance. Cultivating an attitude of gratitude is essential for embodying wealth. Acknowledging and appreciating what you already have creates a positive mindset that attracts more good things into your life. Instead of focusing on what you lack, celebrate your accomplishments, relationships, and experiences. Gratitude acts as a powerful magnet for abundance, drawing more prosperity your way. Keep a gratitude journal where you regularly note the blessings in your life, reinforcing your connection to abundance. Embodying wealth means recognizing that it is not solely about financial gain. It encompasses emotional, spiritual, and relational abundance. Nurture meaningful relationships, invest in your personal growth, and contribute positively to your community. When you focus on these aspects, you create a holistic sense of wealth that enriches every facet of your life. To embody wealth is to embrace a mindset and lifestyle that reflects abundance in all its forms. It is a commitment to living authentically, believing in your worth, and making choices that align with your vision of success. By adopting this mindset and integrating it into your daily life, you not only attract wealth but also create a life rich with fulfillment, joy, and purpose. The journey to embodying wealth begins with the understanding that you are already deserving of all the abundance the universe has to offer. Affirmations and beliefs are powerful tools that shape our reality and influence our actions, emotions, and overall mindset. At their core, affirmations are positive statements that we repeat to ourselves in order to challenge and overcome negative thoughts or beliefs. By consciously choosing to focus on affirmations, we can rewire our subconscious mind, instilling a sense of self-worth and confidence that propels us toward our goals. To begin with, affirmations work by creating a mental framework that aligns with our desired outcomes. When we consistently repeat positive affirmations, we send a clear message to our subconscious mind about what we want to achieve or who we wish to become. This process is akin to programming a computer. The more frequently we input positive data, the more our system operates according to those instructions. For example, if you want to attract financial abundance, you might repeat affirmations such as "I am worthy of wealth," or "abundance flows to me effortlessly." Over time, these statements become embedded in your belief system, gradually transforming how you perceive yourself and your potential. The emotional aspect of affirmations cannot be overlooked. When we engage with our affirmations, it's essential to do so with genuine belief and emotional resonance. Simply reciting affirmations without conviction may not yield the desired results. Instead, immerse yourself in the feelings associated with your affirmations. Visualize the outcomes you wish to manifest and allow the emotions tied to those visions to fill your being. This emotional connection enhances the power of your affirmations, creating a sense of alignment between your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Beliefs play a critical role in this process, as they form the foundation upon which our affirmations stand. Our beliefs are shaped by our experiences, upbringing, and societal influences, and they often dictate how we perceive our capabilities and the world around us. To cultivate an abundant mindset, it is essential to identify and challenge limiting beliefs that hold us back. For instance, if you believe that money is scarce or that you do not deserve success, these beliefs will manifest as barriers to achieving your goals. By recognizing these limiting beliefs, you can consciously replace them with empowering alternatives that support your journey toward abundance. This means actively questioning the validity of your beliefs. Ask yourself, is this belief serving me, or where did this belief originate? Often, we hold on to beliefs that are outdated or untrue, merely because they have been ingrained in us over time. By scrutinizing these beliefs, you can begin to dismantle the negative narratives that hinder your progress. This process is not about ignoring reality, but rather reshaping your perception of it. Furthermore, consistency is key when it comes to affirmations and beliefs. Establish a daily routine that incorporates positive affirmations, whether through journaling, meditation, or vocal repetition. The more you integrate these affirmations into your life, the more you reinforce your new belief system. This consistency helps solidify your mindset, allowing you to naturally gravitate toward actions that align with your affirmations. To personal affirmations, surrounding yourself with positive influences such as uplifting literature, inspiring individuals, and motivational content can further enhance your belief system. These external factors can serve as reminders of the possibilities that exist beyond your current circumstances, reinforcing the notion that abundance is attainable. Affirmations and beliefs are powerful catalysts for transformation. By consciously choosing positive affirmations and challenging limiting beliefs, you create a fertile ground for growth and abundance. This practice not only reshapes your mindset but also influences the energy you project into the world. As you cultivate a strong belief in your worthiness and potential, you open the door to limitless possibilities, allowing you to attract the wealth and fulfillment you desire. Remember, the journey of transformation begins within, and through the power of affirmations and beliefs, you hold the key to unlocking your abundant reality. Gratitude is a transformative practice that acts as a powerful magnet for abundance and positivity in our lives. When we cultivate a mindset of gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, creating a ripple effect that attracts even more blessings. This practice is not merely a fleeting emotion, it is a deliberate choice that requires mindfulness and intention. By embracing gratitude, we open ourselves to a world of possibilities, nurturing a deeper connection with ourselves, others, and the universe. At its core, gratitude involves recognizing and appreciating the positive aspects of our lives, no matter how small they may seem. This can range from the warmth of the sun on our skin to the support of loved ones or the opportunity to pursue our passions. When we consciously acknowledge these elements, we create a sense of fulfillment and contentment. This emotional shift is crucial. It enables us to cultivate a positive mindset that influences our thoughts and actions. Rather than dwelling on scarcity or dissatisfaction, we begin to see life through a lens of abundance, which naturally attracts more good things into our lives. The science behind gratitude also underscores its magnetic qualities. Research has shown that practicing gratitude can lead to increased levels of happiness and decreased levels of stress. When we express gratitude, our brains release neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, which are associated with feelings of well-being and happiness. This chemical response creates a positive feedback loop, reinforcing our inclination to feel thankful and appreciate our circumstances. As we experience this uplifting mood, we are more likely to engage in behaviors that align with our newfound positivity, further attracting opportunities and experiences that resonate with our grateful mindset. Gratitude fosters a sense of connection with others. When we express appreciation for those around us, we strengthen our relationships and create an environment of support and positivity. This relational aspect of gratitude is vital. It encourages collaboration and mutual upliftment. By acknowledging the contributions of others, we cultivate an atmosphere of generosity and reciprocity, where people feel valued and empowered. This interconnectedness amplifies the effects of gratitude, as the positive energy we share with others returns to us in various forms. Gratitude acts as a powerful counterbalance to negative thoughts and emotions. In times of challenge or adversity, it is easy to become consumed by feelings of frustration or despair. However, by intentionally focusing on what we are grateful for, we can shift our perspective and find solace amid difficulties. This practice does not negate our struggles. Instead, it provides a balanced view that acknowledges both the challenges and the blessings in our lives. This balance fosters resilience, enabling us to navigate obstacles with grace and a sense of purpose. To incorporate gratitude into our daily lives, we can establish simple yet impactful rituals. Keeping a gratitude journal is a popular practice where individuals write down a few things they are thankful for each day. This process encourages reflection and mindfulness, helping us recognize the abundance that surrounds us. Additionally, expressing gratitude verbally, whether through affirmations, letters, or conversations, reinforces our appreciation and creates a positive atmosphere. Another effective method is to practice gratitude in the moment. When something good happens, take a moment to pause and acknowledge it. This could be as simple as savoring a delicious meal or appreciating a moment of laughter with a friend. By being present and mindful, we deepen our connection to the experience and enhance our sense of gratitude. Gratitude is a potent magnet for attracting abundance and positivity in our lives. By shifting our focus from scarcity to appreciation, we create a fertile ground for growth and fulfillment. This practice enhances our emotional well-being, strengthens our relationships, and fosters resilience in the face of challenges. By embracing gratitude as a daily practice, we not only enrich our own lives but also contribute to a more positive and interconnected world. Ultimately, the more we cultivate gratitude, the more we will find ourselves surrounded by the very abundance we seek. Surrounding yourself with abundance is an essential practice for fostering a mindset that attracts prosperity and fulfillment. It involves intentionally creating an environment, both physically and socially, that reflects the abundance you wish to experience in your life. This practice is not solely about financial wealth. It encompasses emotional, spiritual, and relational abundance as well. By immersing yourself in an abundance-oriented environment, you cultivate the energy and mindset necessary to manifest your desires. The first step in surrounding yourself with abundance is to assess your physical environment. Your surroundings have a profound impact on your mood, motivation, and overall mindset. Take a moment to evaluate your living and working spaces. Are they cluttered, dark, and uninspiring, or are they filled with light, beauty, and organization? Abundance thrives in environments that are open, clean, and visually pleasing. Decluttering your space can create a sense of freedom and clarity, allowing positive energy to flow. Incorporate elements that bring you joy and inspiration: artwork, plants, or personal mementos that remind you of your goals and aspirations. A vibrant, uplifting environment sets the stage for an abundance mindset. Next, consider the people you surround yourself with. The individuals in your life significantly influence your beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors. If you are surrounded by negative or scarcity-minded individuals, it can be challenging to maintain an abundant mindset. Seek out relationships with people who embody positivity, encouragement, and a belief in abundance. Engage with those who inspire you, support your goals, and uplift your spirit. This community of like-minded individuals will create a network of encouragement and motivation, reinforcing your belief in your ability to attract abundance. In addition to your immediate social circle, consider the content you consume. The media, books, and conversations you engage with shape your beliefs and mindset. Surround yourself with literature, podcasts, and shows that promote positivity, growth, and abundance. Seek out stories of success and inspiration that resonate with your aspirations. By immersing yourself in content that reflects the life you desire, you create a mental landscape that fosters a sense of possibility and motivation. This intentional selection of media acts as a constant reminder of what is achievable. Nurturing an abundance mindset requires conscious practice. Engage in daily affirmations that reinforce your belief in your worthiness to receive abundance. Use statements such as "I am open to receiving all the good that life has to offer," or "abundance flows effortlessly into my life." These affirmations serve as reminders of your potential and help rewire your subconscious beliefs. Practicing gratitude is crucial in this journey. Acknowledge the abundance that already exists in your life, no matter how small. Express appreciation for your health, relationships, opportunities, and experiences. This practice creates a positive feedback loop. The more you recognize what you have, the more you attract similar experiences. Gratitude amplifies your capacity to see the abundance around you, reinforcing your belief that you are deserving of more. It is also important to embrace a mindset of generosity. When you share your resources, time, and knowledge with others, you signal to the universe that you believe in abundance. Acts of kindness and generosity create a ripple effect, cultivating an atmosphere of abundance for both yourself and those around you. Surrounding yourself with abundance is a holistic practice that encompasses your environment, relationships, media consumption, affirmations, gratitude, and generosity. By intentionally creating a life that reflects abundance, you cultivate the mindset necessary to attract prosperity and fulfillment. This journey requires commitment and mindfulness, but the rewards are profound. As you immerse yourself in an abundance-oriented lifestyle, you will find that opportunities and blessings flow effortlessly into your life, enriching your experiences and bringing your dreams closer to reality. Embrace this practice and watch as your world transforms into one filled with abundance and possibility. Acting with purpose is a transformative approach to life that allows individuals to align their actions with their values and aspirations. When you act with purpose, you engage in activities that resonate with your deepest desires and beliefs, infusing your life with meaning and direction. This intentionality not only enhances your personal fulfillment, but also empowers you to create a positive impact on the world around you. At the heart of purposeful action is self-awareness. Understanding your values, passions, and goals is essential for identifying what truly matters to you. Take time to reflect on your life experiences and the moments that brought you the greatest joy and satisfaction. What activities make you feel alive? What causes resonate with you on a deeper level? By clarifying your core values, you can establish a framework for decision-making and prioritize actions that align with your authentic self. Once you have a clear sense of your values, you can begin to set meaningful goals. Purposeful action involves defining specific, achievable objectives that reflect your aspirations. These goals serve as a roadmap, guiding your decisions and helping you stay focused on what is truly important. Break down your goals into smaller, manageable steps and create an action plan that outlines how you will achieve them. This structured approach not only makes your aspirations feel more attainable, but also allows you to track your progress and celebrate your achievements along the way. Acting with purpose also requires commitment and discipline. It is easy to get sidetracked by distractions or the demands of everyday life, but maintaining a purposeful mindset involves staying dedicated to your goals and values. Cultivate habits that support your intentions, such as setting aside time for self-reflection, practicing mindfulness, or engaging in regular goal-setting sessions. These practices help reinforce your sense of purpose and keep you accountable for your actions. Purposeful action encourages a proactive mindset. Instead of waiting for opportunities to come your way, take the initiative to create them. This may involve stepping out of your comfort zone, networking with like-minded individuals, or seeking out new experiences that align with your goals. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth and learning, and approach setbacks with resilience. Acting with purpose empowers you to view obstacles as stepping stones rather than barriers, enabling you to navigate life's uncertainties with confidence. To personal growth, acting with purpose can also inspire and uplift those around you. When you live authentically and pursue your passions, you become a source of motivation for others. Your enthusiasm and commitment can encourage friends, family, and colleagues to reflect on their own values and aspirations. This ripple effect creates a supportive community where individuals feel empowered to act with purpose in their own lives. Furthermore, purposeful action is intricately linked to making a positive impact on the world. By aligning your actions with your values, you can contribute to causes and initiatives that matter to you. Whether through volunteering, advocacy, or simply living in a way that reflects your principles, purposeful action allows you to leave a meaningful mark on your community and beyond. This sense of contribution adds depth and significance to your life, reinforcing your connection to something greater than yourself. Acting with purpose is a powerful and enriching approach to life that fosters self-awareness, commitment, and proactive engagement. By clarifying your values, setting meaningful goals, and cultivating supportive habits, you create a roadmap for living authentically and intentionally. This purposeful mindset not only enhances your personal fulfillment, but also inspires others and contributes positively to the world. Embrace the power of purposeful action and watch as your life transforms into one filled with meaning, joy, and impact. When you act with purpose, you unlock the potential to create a life that truly reflects who you are and what you stand for. In conclusion, acting with purpose is a transformative journey that empowers you to align your actions with your deepest values and aspirations. By cultivating self-awareness, setting meaningful goals, and maintaining a commitment to your intentions, you create a life rich with significance and fulfillment. This purposeful approach not only enhances your personal growth, but also inspires those around you, fostering a community of like-minded individuals who are driven to live authentically. Embracing a purposeful mindset allows you to navigate life's challenges with resilience and confidence. As you take proactive steps toward creating opportunities and overcoming obstacles, you not only shape your own destiny, but also contribute positively to the world. Your actions, rooted in intention and authenticity, can spark change and make a meaningful impact in your community. Remember, the journey toward living with purpose is ongoing. Each step you take reinforces your commitment to a life that reflects who you truly are. By embracing the power of purposeful action, you unlock the potential to create a life that is not only successful, but also deeply fulfilling. So take a moment to reflect on your values. Set your sights on your goals, and let your actions speak to the abundance of possibilities that await you. Thank you. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe deeply and feel the stillness within you. Now turn inward to the place where all things are possible. In this vast space of your imagination, every desire you have ever held exists already. It is not something to be achieved in some distant future. It is here, now waiting for you to claim it. Is the secret key that unlocks the door to reality. Often overlooked or dismissed as mere fantasy, it is, in truth, the most powerful tool at your disposal. What you can imagine, you can create. This simple yet profound truth is the foundation upon which all manifestation is built. The world you see around you, the circumstances of your life, and the experiences you encounter daily are reflections of the thoughts and images you hold in your mind. Everything begins in the realm of imagination. When you desire something, a new job, a relationship, or any change in your life, where does that desire first appear? In your imagination. It is here that the seed of your future is planted. Just as a gardener tends to a seed with care, nurturing it until it grows into a full-fledged plant, so too must you tend to the images and feelings that arise within your imagination. The power of imagination is not limited to idle daydreams or fleeting fantasies. It is the creative force that shapes your reality. Think of imagination as a blueprint. Before a building is constructed, an architect carefully designs its every detail. These designs exist first in the mind, then on paper, before they become physical structures. In the same way, your imagination forms the design of your future. If you allow yourself to dwell on thoughts of lack, fear, or limitation, you will unconsciously build your life around those ideas. But when you harness your imagination and consciously direct it toward what you truly desire, you begin to create a life that aligns with those desires. It's important to understand that imagination is not constrained by the limitations of the physical world. It exists beyond time and space, unbound by the rules of the material plane. In your imagination, you can be anywhere, do anything and have anything. And this is where the real magic happens. In this boundless realm, you have the freedom to create without restriction. There is no obstacle too great, no situation too dire, that cannot be transformed through the power of imagination. The process of manifestation begins when you choose to inhabit your desires in your imagination, even before they appear in the physical world. If you can imagine yourself living in the end, experiencing the fulfillment of your wish, as if it were already a reality, you are tapping into the most potent creative force available to you. This practice of living in the end is not about wishful thinking. It is a deliberate act of creation. As you consistently assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, your subconscious mind begins to accept it as true, and the outer world must rearrange itself to match your inner vision. One of the most extraordinary aspects of imagination is its ability to bypass the concept of time. When you visualize something vividly, your mind doesn't distinguish between past, present, or future. In the realm of imagination, everything exists in the now. This is why time is often described as an illusion. The future you desire already exists in the infinite possibilities of your imagination. By dwelling in that future now, you bring it into your present experience. See, the key to unlocking this power is belief. You must believe that what you imagine is real. Doubt and disbelief are the only things that can hinder this process. When you allow yourself to fully embody the feelings and images of your desired reality, without questioning their validity, the world will reflect those beliefs back to you. Imagination is not a passive activity, it is an active, creative force that is constantly shaping your reality. Whether you realize it or not, you are always using your imagination. The question is, are you using it to create the life you want or the life you fear? Recognize the limitless potential within your imagination, and you will discover that reality itself is but a reflection of the images you hold within. The key to manifesting your desires lies in assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This concept is simple yet profoundly transformative. It involves more than just wanting or hoping for something. It is about living in the emotional and mental state as if your desire has already come to pass. The feeling of having what you want, rather than yearning for it, is the energetic force that draws your desire into your reality. Most people live their lives focused on the absence of what they want. They think constantly about what they lack, what they need, and what they hope will happen. In doing so, they unconsciously affirm that their desire is not present. But when you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you are shifting your entire state of being. You no longer place your attention on what is missing from your life. Instead, you begin to embody the emotional state that would naturally arise if your wish were already a reality. To assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled means to live from the end, not toward it. It requires a deep and genuine belief that what you desire is already yours, even if your physical senses tell you otherwise. This is where the power of imagination comes into play. You must immerse yourself in the inner experience of your desire. See yourself as already in possession of it, and feel the emotions that come with that realization. Is it relief? Joy? Gratitude? Let those feelings wash over you, as if your dream has already materialized. This practice is not merely a mental exercise, it involves the whole self. You must align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the reality you wish to create. When you consistently feel as though your wish is already fulfilled, your subconscious mind begins to accept it as true. The subconscious does not differentiate between real and imagined experiences. It responds to the emotional charge behind your thoughts. When your subconscious mind believes something, it works tirelessly to bring it into your physical world. One of the most powerful ways to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled is through visualization. Picture yourself in the scenario where your desire is already realized. Imagine the sights, sounds, and sensations of that moment. How does it feel to have accomplished your goal? What are you doing, and how are you interacting with others? Create a vivid mental picture, and most importantly, connect deeply with the emotions that arise in this imagined experience. The more real and tangible this vision becomes in your mind, the more effectively you are impressing it upon your subconscious. It's crucial to understand that this process is not about forcing yourself to believe something that feels unnatural or out of reach. Rather, it is about gently allowing yourself to relax into the feeling of already having what you want. Let go of any sense of striving or desperation. When you feel desperate for something, you are reinforcing its absence. But when you feel calm, confident, and secure in the belief that your wish is fulfilled, you naturally align yourself with its manifestation. Faith plays a vital role in this practice. You must trust in the unseen forces at work. Often there is a time gap between assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled and seeing it manifest in your external reality. During this period, it is essential to remain steadfast in your belief. Resist the temptation to look for signs of progress in the outside world. Instead, keep your focus inward, knowing that the outer world will eventually conform to the inner reality you have created. Assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled is about embodying the state of already having what you desire. By doing so, you shift your energy and consciousness into alignment with your wish, allowing it to manifest in your life effortlessly. The world will reflect back to you the state of being that you consistently maintain within. Time is one of the most deeply ingrained concepts in human consciousness, yet it is, in essence, an illusion. We experience life through a linear progression of past, present, and future. But this perception is not the ultimate reality. Time, as we understand it, is a mental construct that helps us navigate our physical world. In the realm of consciousness, where all possibilities exist, time is fluid, malleable, and ultimately non-existent. It is only our belief in time that creates the experience of delay or waiting. When we say time is an illusion, we mean that what we perceive as time passing is merely the unfolding of events in the physical dimension, which our minds interpret in a sequential manner. In truth, all moments past, present, and future exist simultaneously in the eternal now. This may sound abstract, but it has profound implications for how we create and experience our lives. If time is an illusion, then the future is not something that is out there waiting to happen. It is something that exists right now, in potential form, within your consciousness. This understanding is critical when it comes to manifesting your desires. Many people think they must wait for their dreams to materialize, or that there is a specific time frame within which things will happen. They see the future as a distant event that will unfold only after a series of actions in the present. However, if time is an illusion, then your desired future is not something you need to chase. It already exists in the now, waiting for you to claim it. Your experience of time is shaped by your perception. When you focus on the absence of your desire, you create a sense of waiting or delay. You see the future as something separate from the present, and this reinforces the illusion that time is a barrier between you and your goal. But when you shift your perception and begin to live as though your desire is already fulfilled, you collapse the illusion of time. In this state, you are no longer waiting for something to happen in the future. Instead, you are bringing the future into the present moment through your consciousness. This is why living in the end is such a powerful concept. By assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you bypass the illusion of time. You align yourself with the reality you want, not as something that will happen eventually, but as something that is true right now. The more you dwell in this state of being, the more the external world rearranges itself to reflect that truth. The so-called delay you experience is not because time is needed to manifest your desire, it is because your belief in time creates the illusion of delay. The idea that time is an illusion is also supported by scientific theories, such as those in quantum physics, which suggest that all points in time exist concurrently. The past, present, and future are not separate, but part of a unified whole. This aligns with the understanding that time is a construct of the mind. Your consciousness is not bound by time. When you engage in deep imagination or visualization, you step outside the constraints of linear time. In those moments, you are interacting with your future self, your desired reality, and bringing it into your current experience. The feeling of time speeding up or slowing down, depending on your focus, further illustrates the subjective nature of time. When you're deeply immersed in a joyful or fulfilling activity, hours can pass in what feels like minutes. Conversely, when you're waiting for something, time seems to drag on endlessly. This subjective experience shows that time is not fixed but is influenced by your mental state. Time as we know it is a useful but ultimately deceptive tool. The future you desire is not something you must strive for or wait to experience. It exists right now, just as the past continues to exist in memory and potential. By transcending the illusion of time, you can move beyond the limitations of linear thinking and step into the timeless present, where all things are possible. The moment you align yourself with the belief that your desire is already fulfilled, you step outside of time and into the reality where your wish is already true. At its core, resistance is a form of mental and emotional tension that stems from the belief that what you desire is somehow outside of your reach. It manifests in thoughts such as "I'm not good enough," "I don't deserve this," or "what if it doesn't happen?" These thoughts create a disconnect between your current reality and the desired state you wish to achieve. When you cling to these limiting beliefs, you unknowingly push away the very things you seek. Resistance acts like a force field, creating an energetic barrier that repels your desires rather than attracting them. One of the first steps to releasing resistance is to recognize when it is present. This involves becoming aware of your thoughts and feelings surrounding your desires. Pay attention to the moments when you feel anxious, fearful, or doubtful about achieving your goals. These feelings often signal the presence of resistance. Instead of ignoring or suppressing these emotions, confront them. Acknowledge that they are part of your human experience, but do not have to define your reality. This awareness is the first step toward liberation. After recognizing your resistance, the next step is to cultivate a sense of acceptance. Accept that resistance is a natural part of the manifestation process. Everyone experiences it at some point. By accepting its presence, you begin to lessen its power over you. This doesn't mean you have to agree with the limiting beliefs. Rather, you acknowledge that they exist and choose not to give them your energy. This acceptance creates a shift in your perspective, allowing you to move from a state of struggle to one of ease. Letting go of resistance also involves shifting your focus. Instead of fixating on what you lack or the challenges that stand in your way, redirect your attention to the feelings associated with having your desire. Imagine the joy, gratitude, and fulfillment that come from achieving your goal. By immersing yourself in these positive emotions, you create a powerful vibrational match to your desires. This shift in focus helps you to release the grip of resistance, making space for abundance and possibilities to flow into your life. Practicing mindfulness can also be a valuable tool in releasing resistance. When you cultivate mindfulness, you learn to observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. This practice allows you to detach from the narratives of fear and doubt that fuel resistance. By grounding yourself in the present moment, you create a safe space to explore your desires without the weight of past experiences or future anxieties. Mindfulness helps you develop a deeper connection to your intuition, guiding you toward decisions and actions that align with your true desires. Another effective technique for releasing resistance is visualization. Picture yourself already in possession of what you desire. Feel the emotions of that reality, how it feels to have achieved your goal. As you immerse yourself in this mental imagery, you begin to dissolve the boundaries created by resistance. Visualization allows you to tap into the vibrational frequency of your desire, fostering a sense of belief and certainty that attracts your goal closer to you. Embrace the power of surrender. Surrendering doesn't mean giving up on your desires, rather, it is a conscious choice to trust the process. Release the need to control every outcome and timeline. When you surrender, you open yourself to the flow of life, allowing the universe to guide you in ways you may not have anticipated. This trust diminishes resistance and invites miracles to unfold. Releasing resistance is a vital aspect of manifesting your desires. It involves recognizing and accepting the presence of limiting beliefs, shifting your focus to positive emotions, practicing mindfulness, utilizing visualization, and embracing surrender. By letting go of resistance, you create a clear pathway for your desires to manifest, allowing the abundant possibilities of life to flow toward you. The moment you choose to release resistance is the moment you open yourself to a world where your dreams can become your reality. Faith is often regarded as a cornerstone of many spiritual and philosophical teachings, and when it comes to manifesting your desires, it serves as the foundation upon which your entire experience is built. Faith is more than mere belief, it is a deep-seated conviction in the unseen, a trust in the process of creation that transcends doubt and uncertainty. To manifest effectively, you must cultivate a strong sense of faith, as it empowers you to navigate the challenges and obstacles that may arise on your journey. At its essence, faith is the unwavering belief that what you desire is already yours, even if it has yet to manifest in your physical reality. This perspective shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is possible. When you hold a deep faith in the realization of your desires, you activate a powerful energy that draws those desires closer to you. This energy resonates at a frequency aligned with abundance, attracting the circumstances, people, and opportunities necessary for your dreams to come to fruition. One of the significant challenges many people face is the tendency to allow doubt and fear to creep into their minds. When faced with obstacles or delays, it's easy to question whether their desires will ever come true. This is where faith plays a crucial role. Faith is what keeps you grounded during times of uncertainty. It provides the inner strength to persevere when things seem bleak. It is the anchor that holds you steady, even when the winds of doubt threaten to sway you off course. To cultivate faith, start by nurturing a mindset of positivity and possibility. Surround yourself with uplifting influences, people, books, and environments that resonate with the belief that you can achieve your desires. Engage in practices that strengthen your connection to your inner self, such as meditation, affirmations, and visualization. These practices help you align your thoughts and feelings with the reality you wish to create, reinforcing the belief that your desires are not only attainable but also already in existence. Another powerful aspect of faith is its ability to help you overcome fear. Fear often stems from a sense of lack or inadequacy, creating a mental barrier between you and your desires. When you have faith, you can confront your fears with confidence, knowing that you are supported by the universe. Faith allows you to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than as insurmountable obstacles. When you approach life with this perspective, you become more resilient, better equipped to navigate setbacks, and more willing to take the necessary risks to achieve your goals. Faith enhances your ability to take inspired action. It encourages you to step out of your comfort zone and pursue opportunities that align with your desires. When you trust in the unfolding process, you are more likely to seize moments that might otherwise pass you by due to fear or doubt. Taking action fueled by faith often leads to unexpected breakthroughs and synchronicities that align perfectly with your aspirations. It is also essential to understand that faith is not a passive state of being. It requires consistent effort and intention. You must actively choose to believe in your desires, even in the face of contrary evidence. This might involve reframing negative thoughts, practicing gratitude for what you already have, and focusing on the feelings associated with your wishes fulfilled. The more you cultivate this mindset, the stronger your faith will grow, creating a self-reinforcing cycle that propels you toward your goals. In times of struggle, remember that faith is your ally. It is the guiding light that reminds you of the infinite possibilities that exist within and around you. When you cultivate a strong foundation of faith, you open yourself to a life filled with abundance, joy, and fulfillment. Your dreams are not merely figments of your imagination, they are valid realities waiting to be claimed. With faith as your foundation, you can navigate the complexities of life with grace and confidence, knowing that you are on a path toward the realization of your deepest desires. Embrace faith, and you will find that the universe conspires in your favor, aligning circumstances to help you manifest the life you envision. From the end, not towards it, is a transformative mindset that profoundly impacts how you approach your desires and aspirations. This principle encourages you to adopt the state of being that aligns with your fulfilled desires rather than viewing them as distant goals to be achieved. By shifting your focus from the pursuit of outcomes to embodying the feelings and beliefs associated with your desires, you can create a powerful energetic resonance that attracts those desires into your reality. To live from the end means to fully immerse yourself in the experience of having already achieved your goals. Instead of positioning your desires as something you will attain in the future, you recognize that they exist in potential right now. This approach reframes the way you think about your aspirations. When you live from the end, you step into the emotional state of already possessing what you want. This shift in perspective alters your vibrational frequency, aligning you with the essence of your desires. Imagine the difference between the two mindsets. Living toward an outcome is often filled with anxiety, impatience, and a sense of lack. You might find yourself asking questions like, when will this happen? Or what do I need to do to get there? These thoughts create a feeling of separation from your desires. In contrast, when you live from the end, you embrace a sense of fulfillment and gratitude. You shift your attention away from the how and when, focusing instead on the feelings of joy, contentment, and success that come with having what you want. This emotional state is magnetic. It draws your desires closer to you. Another critical aspect of living from the end is to embrace the idea of detachment. Detachment does not mean you stop caring about your desires, rather. It means releasing the desperate need for them to materialize in a specific way or timeline. When you are attached to the outcome, you create resistance that hinders the flow of abundance. Trust that your desires are already unfolding in perfect timing. Allow the universe to orchestrate the details while you maintain a steady focus on your emotional state. It's essential to acknowledge that living from the end requires consistent practice. You might find that doubt and old habits of thinking creep in, causing you to revert to a mindset of striving and lack. When this happens, gently bring yourself back to the feelings associated with your fulfilled desires. Reaffirm your commitment to this mindset and remind yourself that you are capable of attracting what you want. Embrace the power of affirmations to reinforce this way of living. Use positive statements that reflect the reality you wish to create. For example, say to yourself, I am living my dream life, or I am worthy of all the abundance the universe has to offer. These affirmations help to solidify the belief that your desires are not just distant fantasies, but are already part of your reality. Living from the end, not toward it, is a profound shift that empowers you to manifest your desires with greater ease and joy. By embodying the feelings of already having what you want, you create a magnetic energy that attracts those desires into your life. Visualization, emotional integration, detachment, and affirmations are powerful tools that support this practice. Remember, your reality is a reflection of your inner state. When you choose to live from the end, you open the door to a life filled with abundance and fulfillment. In conclusion, the journey of manifesting your desires is intricately woven with the principles of faith, imagination, and the mindset of living from the end. By embracing the belief that your desires are already fulfilled, you align your energy with the reality you wish to create. Releasing resistance and cultivating faith empower you to navigate challenges with confidence and resilience, while visualization and affirmations reinforce your commitment to this transformative mindset. As you continue on this path, remember that the power to shape your reality lies within you. Every thought, feeling, and belief you hold contributes to the manifestation of your dreams. By choosing to live in alignment with your desires, you open the door to a life rich with possibilities, joy, and fulfillment. My dear friends, we often believe that to attain what we desire, we must speak, share, and express our every thought to the world around us. Yet the true power lies not in the noise of external validation, but in the quiet stillness of your mind. There is an ancient wisdom that tells us that the spoken word has immense power. Yet there is an even greater force in the words left unspoken, in the thoughts and desires that remain quietly held within the heart and mind. When you learn to understand this subtle truth, you open the doorway to a deeper understanding of how reality works. When you have a desire, something you deeply want to manifest in your life, your first instinct might be to share it with others. You might feel an urge to express it, to talk about it, to seek validation from those around you. However, this very act of speaking about your desire can dilute its power. Every word we speak releases energy, and in doing so, we lose a bit of the force behind the original desire. The moment you give voice to your intention, you make it vulnerable to external influences, opinions, judgments, and doubts of others. These outside forces can, in turn, weaken the energy that was meant to bring your desire into form. The unspoken word, on the other hand, gathers strength. It accumulates energy within you, growing in intensity and focus. Just as a seed must remain buried in the soil to take root, your desires must remain buried within your consciousness, nurtured in silence. In this stillness, they are protected from the world's noise, distractions, and skepticism. The more you speak about your desires prematurely, the more you expose them to the external world, a world often ruled by fear, doubt, and disbelief. It is in the silence that creation truly begins. When you refrain from discussing your desires, you create an environment where those desires can gestate in peace. There is no need for validation from others, no need for approval. In fact, by keeping your desires to yourself, you maintain full ownership of them. You are the sole guardian of your dreams, and as such you can shape and direct them without interference. The unspoken word allows you to avoid the risk of being influenced by external feedback. When you share your intentions with others, you open yourself up to their opinions, which may be rooted in limitations and fear. Often people will project their own doubts onto your desires, not out of malice, but because they are confined by their own beliefs about what is possible. These doubts can seep into your consciousness, even if only subtly, and begin to cloud your vision. By keeping your desires unspoken, you protect them from being tainted by the limiting beliefs of others. In this way, you cultivate a deep, inner faith in the process of creation. You learn to trust your own imagination, your own inner vision, without needing the approval or acknowledgement of anyone else. This quiet faith becomes a powerful force, stronger than any external validation could ever be. You come to realize that it is your inner state of being that shapes your outer reality, and not the opinions or judgments of the world around you. Furthermore, the energy you withhold from speaking about your desires is not lost. Instead, it is redirected inward, where it becomes fuel for the creative process. As you continue to hold your desires in the silence of your mind, they begin to take shape on a deeper level. Your focus sharpens, your emotions align with your vision, and your imagination begins to generate the precise circumstances needed to bring your desires into physical form. The unspoken word is a tool of great power. By keeping your desires and intentions within, you protect them, nurture them, and allow them to grow without interference. The world may not see the invisible work that is happening within you, but you will see the results when your inner vision becomes your outer reality. In this way, the unspoken word becomes the seed of creation, silently shaping the life you wish to live. When you first recognize a desire, it is like a delicate seed being planted in the soil of your mind. This seed, though small and seemingly insignificant, holds within it the potential for great growth. But just as any gardener knows, a seed in its early stages is vulnerable. It requires careful nurturing, the right conditions, and most importantly, protection. This is the essence of guarding the seed of your desire. It is about understanding that your desires, in their infancy, must be shielded from external forces that could disrupt or stifle their growth. When a desire is newly born within you, it is fragile. The moment you become aware of it, the impulse might be to share it with others, to seek validation or encouragement. But when you do this, you expose the seed to the harsh elements of the external world opinions, skepticism, and doubt. These forces can act like weeds in a garden, crowding the space needed for your desire to grow, stealing the nutrients it needs to flourish. In other words, when you prematurely share your dreams, you risk subjecting them to the limiting beliefs and negative energies of those around you. Guarding the seed means keeping it in the protective environment of your own mind. This doesn't mean isolating yourself from the world, but it does mean being discerning about what you reveal and when. Your desire needs time to take root within your consciousness, to become part of who you are. In the beginning stages, your desire is an idea that you must nurture through imagination and inner focus. The more you hold it in the sacred space of your mind, the stronger it becomes. It begins to draw energy from your emotions, your faith, and your belief, becoming more real to you than anything outside of you. One of the reasons it is so important to guard the seed of your desire is that in the early stages you may not yet have full confidence in its realization. If you share it too soon, others' doubts can easily become your own. People, often without intending harm, may project their own fears and limitations onto your desire. They may question its feasibility or impose their ideas of what is possible. And because your desire is still young, it may not yet have the strength to resist these outside influences. By keeping it private, you allow it to grow undisturbed until it reaches a point where no external opinion can sway your belief in its realization. Furthermore, guarding the seed also means being patient. Just as a seed planted in the earth needs time to sprout and grow, your desires require time to manifest. This is a period where you continue to nurture them through quiet focus and faith, even if you don't yet see any evidence of growth. It's important to resist the urge to dig up the seed by constantly checking for signs of progress. Instead, trust in the process. Know that what you desire is being cultivated in the unseen realms of your consciousness and will emerge at the right time, in the right way. In this period of quiet protection, you are not passive. On the contrary, you are actively involved in the process of creation. You are feeding your desire with positive emotion, aligning your thoughts with its fulfillment, and continually imagining the life you wish to live. This inner work is the most powerful thing you can do to ensure that the seed of your desire grows strong roots. The deeper its roots go into the fertile soil of your imagination and belief, the more resilient it becomes. Eventually, your desire will grow to the point where it can withstand any external challenges, and at that time you will be ready to act on it in the outer world. Guarding the seed of your desire is about giving it the chance to mature in the unseen realms before it manifests in the physical. It's about understanding the delicate balance between holding your desire close and knowing when it's strong enough to withstand external forces. When you protect it, nurture it, and give it time, your desire will flourish and bring forth the reality you envision. There is a quiet yet profound power in the simple act of imagining. When you close your eyes and see within your mind's eye the life you desire, you are engaging with the most powerful creative force at your disposal. Imagination is not a passive fantasy, but an active divine process. It is in your imagination that the blueprint for your reality is first drawn. And yet, this process requires a special kind of faith, silent faith. A faith that does not need validation, that does not waver in the face of doubt, and that quietly works behind the scenes to transform your inner visions into physical reality. To have silent faith in your imagination means to trust the process without needing to explain it to others. Often when we have a strong desire or vision, the temptation is to seek approval, to ask others if what we imagine is possible or practical. But imagination does not operate in the realm of practicality, it operates in the realm of possibility, beyond the limits of logic or what the outer world deems achievable. Silent faith means believing in the reality of your vision, even when no one else can see it, even when there is no tangible evidence to support it. The beauty of imagination lies in its ability to transcend the present circumstances. No matter what your life looks like right now, your imagination is free. It is unlimited by the conditions of the external world. In this private space of the mind, you can create anything. You can be anyone, go anywhere, and live any life you desire. Yet for this inner world to manifest in the outer world, you must hold on to your vision with unwavering faith. You must believe that what you see in your mind's eye is more real than the physical reality around you. Silent faith requires patience. The manifestations of your imagination may not come overnight. There may be times when it seems as though nothing is happening, and the world remains unchanged. But just as a seed planted in the ground takes time to sprout, the seeds you plant in your imagination are taking root beneath the surface. You may not yet see the results, but something is happening. Reality is shifting to align with the images you hold in your mind, and the more you persist in believing, the closer you come to experiencing it in the physical world. What makes silent faith so powerful is that it operates without the need for external validation. It is internal, self-sustaining. You don't need to tell others what you are imagining or seek their approval. In fact, by keeping your imaginal acts private, you protect them from the doubts and limitations of the world. This privacy allows your vision to grow unencumbered, nourished by your belief alone. In this way, silent faith serves as a shield, protecting your desires from the negativity and disbelief that can arise from outside influences. It is also important to recognize that silent faith in your imagination aligns you with the natural flow of creation. You are not forcing reality to conform to your will, but instead you are aligning yourself with the unseen forces that shape the world. You trust that the same power that allows you to imagine also has the ability to bring your vision into physical form. This faith is silent because it does not need loud declarations or constant affirmations. It is a deep, quiet knowing that what you imagine with persistence and belief will come to pass. As you continue to hold your vision in your imagination, maintaining this silent faith, you will begin to notice subtle shifts in your life. Opportunities will arise, people will come into your life, and circumstances will change to align with the inner reality you have created. This is the natural result of holding faith in your imagination. What you consistently imagine with feeling and belief must, in time, be reflected in your outer world. Silent faith in your imagination is the key to unlocking the life you desire. It is about trusting the unseen power within you, remaining patient and steadfast, and protecting your vision from external interference. When you have this kind of faith, nothing is impossible, and what begins as a quiet thought in your mind can blossom into the life of your dreams. Your emotions are not just fleeting reactions to the world around you, they are sacred forces, deeply tied to the process of creation. Every emotion you feel carries with it a vibration that shapes your reality, whether you are aware of it or not. When you treat your emotions as sacred, you begin to understand their true power and the role they play in transforming your life. Yet this power is diminished when emotions are shared carelessly with the world, exposed to judgment, or influenced by external circumstances. To let your emotions stay sacred is to honor them in silence, to protect the energy they carry, and to use them intentionally as tools for creating the life you desire. When you experience a powerful emotion, whether it is joy, love, excitement, or even sorrow, it is tempting to express it outwardly, to seek validation or acknowledgement from others. But in doing so, you allow the outside world to influence and distort that emotional energy. Every time you share your emotional state, especially with those who may not understand or value it, you risk having that energy diluted or misinterpreted. This is why it is crucial to let your emotions stay sacred, held within you where they can retain their full potency. Emotions are deeply personal and unique to each individual. They are the result of your inner thoughts and beliefs, and they reflect the way you interpret your experiences. When you feel a strong emotion, it is a direct response to your inner world, a signal of how you are aligning with your desires and intentions. For this reason, your emotions are sacred. They are the bridge between your inner state and the external reality you are creating. By keeping them within, you allow them to continue their work in shaping the world around you without interference. One of the most important aspects of treating your emotions as sacred is recognizing their role in manifestation. It is not enough to simply think about what you want, you must feel it. Your emotions are the fuel that drives your thoughts into form. When you feel joy, gratitude, or love in connection with your desires, you are aligning yourself with the vibration of what you wish to create. This emotional alignment is what attracts the circumstances, people, and opportunities that will bring your desires into reality. But if you share your emotions too soon, or with those who do not support your vision, you risk disrupting this delicate process. Letting your emotions stay sacred also means not allowing external circumstances to dictate how you feel. The world around you is constantly changing, and it can be easy to let outside events, other people's opinions, or temporary situations influence your emotional state. However, when you understand the sacredness of your emotions, you realize that they belong to you and you alone. You have the power to choose how you feel, regardless of what is happening outside of you. This inner control over your emotions is what enables you to remain aligned with your desires, even in the face of challenges or setbacks. Another reason to keep your emotions sacred is that they are an intimate expression of your true self. The world may not always understand or appreciate the depth of your feelings, and by sharing them too openly, you may invite misunderstandings or negative reactions. When you hold your emotions within, you protect the integrity of your inner world. You give yourself the space to process your emotions in your own time, without the need for external validation or approval. This creates a sense of inner peace and security, knowing that your emotions are yours to experience fully and freely. By allowing your emotions to remain sacred, you honor their role in your creative process and maintain the purity of your inner world. This doesn't mean suppressing or ignoring your feelings, but rather treating them with the respect they deserve. When you hold your emotions in a sacred space within you, they become a powerful force for transformation, guiding you toward the life you want to create. You learn to trust in your emotional guidance, knowing that your feelings are not random but are, in fact, the key to unlocking your highest potential. Keeping your emotions sacred means recognizing the divine power they hold in shaping your reality. When you protect them from outside influence, they become your greatest ally in the process of creation, allowing you to manifest a life that is aligned with your true desires. There is a profound wisdom in knowing when to reveal your thoughts, plans, and desires to the world. Timing in all things is crucial, and when it comes to manifesting the life you envision, the timing of your revelations can either strengthen or undermine your progress. Every desire you hold, every dream you nurture, exists in a delicate phase of growth. Like a seed that needs time to mature underground before breaking through the surface, your intentions and plans require a period of quiet development. Revealing them prematurely can expose them to criticism, doubt, or disruption before they are fully ready to thrive. The timing of revelation is not just about waiting until you feel confident. It is about understanding the natural rhythm of creation. Everything in life moves through cycles: beginning, growth, maturation, and fruition. When you act too soon, you disrupt this natural order. A plan or idea in its early stages is still fragile, not fully formed, and it needs time to gather strength before it is exposed to the elements of the outer world. In the same way that a fruit must ripen before it is picked, your desires must reach a certain level of readiness before being shared or acted upon. Patience plays a key role in this process. It can be tempting to announce your plans early, especially when excitement builds around a new idea or vision. But excitement alone is not enough to guarantee success. In fact, premature exposure to external opinions can drain the energy of your desire. The world is filled with people who may not understand or support your vision, and their doubts can infiltrate your consciousness, causing you to second-guess yourself. Even the well-meaning advice of loved ones can introduce limitations that weren't present in your initial inspiration. By holding your plans close until the right moment, you protect them from this kind of interference. This process of waiting is not passive. It is an active, conscious choice to nurture your inner vision in silence. During this period, you are allowing your idea to grow strong roots in your imagination, to become solid and clear in your mind before you bring it into the light of day. You are building your inner confidence and aligning your emotions and thoughts with the reality you wish to create. This quiet time is a sacred space where your desire can gain momentum, fueled by your unwavering belief and silent anticipation. Another aspect of timing involves listening to your intuition. There is always a right moment to act, a right moment to speak, and a right moment to share. Your intuition will guide you toward this moment if you are patient and attentive. You will feel a sense of certainty, a calm knowing that the time has come to reveal your intentions. This inner signal comes from a place of alignment when your internal state matches the external conditions that will support the success of your vision. Revealing too early can be like trying to force a flower to bloom before it's ready. The result is often disappointment, frustration, or failure. But when you wait for the right time, when you trust the process and allow your desire to unfold naturally, the revelation becomes a powerful moment of clarity and momentum. The world will be ready to receive your idea when you are fully aligned with it, and not before. This alignment ensures that when you do speak or act, you are met with the right conditions, the right people, and the right opportunities to support your vision. There is also a time not to act. Not every impulse needs to be followed immediately, and not every idea should be shared at once. The art of timing involves discernment, knowing when silence serves you better than words, when stillness is more powerful than movement. Sometimes the greatest act of creation is found in waiting, allowing the unseen forces to do their work, preparing the way for you to step into action when the conditions are perfectly aligned. The timing of revelation is about trust in yourself, in your vision, and in the natural unfolding of life. When you learn to wait for the right moment, to hold your desires in the quiet space of your mind until they are fully formed, you give them the best chance to succeed. The world moves in cycles, and everything has its season. By honoring the timing of revelation, you align yourself with the flow of creation, ensuring that when you do share your plans, they are met with the support and energy they need to manifest into reality. In a world filled with constant noise and distraction, the concept of stillness often feels elusive, yet it holds profound power. Stillness is not merely the absence of sound or activity, it is a state of being that invites clarity, creativity, and connection to the deeper aspects of life. Within this quiet space, we can access our innermost thoughts and desires, allowing us to gain insight into ourselves and the universe. The mystery of stillness lies in its ability to transform our perception and enhance our understanding of the world around us. When we enter a state of stillness, we create a sanctuary for our minds and hearts. In this space, we can detach from the incessant demands of the external world, allowing ourselves to breathe and simply be. The act of stepping away from the chaos, whether through meditation, quiet reflection, or just moments of solitude, opens the door to a deeper awareness. In stillness, we can listen to the whispers of our intuition and connect with the guidance that resides within us. It is here that we can begin to discern the true nature of our desires, free from the noise of outside influences and the clamor of societal expectations. The mind often races, bombarded by thoughts, worries, and distractions. However, stillness provides an antidote to this mental chaos. When we allow ourselves to pause, we create space for clarity to emerge. In this clarity, we can observe our thoughts without judgment, understanding their origins and patterns. This awareness is transformative. It helps us recognize which thoughts serve us and which do not. Through stillness, we can choose to release limiting beliefs and fears that hold us back, making room for new perspectives and possibilities to arise. Stillness fosters a deep connection with our emotions. In a society that often encourages us to push through our feelings or to distract ourselves from them, stillness invites us to embrace our emotional landscape fully. By sitting with our emotions, we honor them as vital components of our human experience. We can explore the depths of joy, sadness, anger, and love, understanding that each emotion carries valuable messages. This connection to our emotions enhances our authenticity and self-awareness, allowing us to express ourselves more genuinely in the world. We also cultivate a profound sense of presence. When we are fully present, we can experience life more richly. The beauty of a moment, the warmth of a smile, or the simplicity of a breath becomes magnified in stillness. This presence nurtures gratitude and appreciation for the present moment, shifting our focus away from what we lack to what we have. In this state of awareness, we can recognize the interconnectedness of all things, understanding that we are part of a greater whole. The mystery of stillness extends beyond personal reflection. It is also a powerful tool for creativity and inspiration. Many artists, writers, and innovators have discovered that their most profound insights often arise in moments of quiet contemplation. When we remove the distractions and allow our minds to wander freely, we open ourselves to new ideas and perspectives. Stillness creates fertile ground for creativity to flourish, as it allows our minds to connect dots that may not be visible in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. In conclusion, we have explored the transformative power of stillness, the sacredness of our emotions, the significance of timing in our revelations, and the deep connection between our inner world and the reality we create. Each of these elements plays a crucial role in shaping our lives and our experiences. By embracing the quiet moments, nurturing our desires, and honoring the timing of our actions, we align ourselves with the flow of creation, unlocking the potential for profound change and fulfillment. As we move forward, let us carry the lessons of stillness and sacredness with us. May we learn to listen to our inner voice, trust in our emotional guidance, and allow our visions to unfold naturally. It is in this space of awareness and intention that we truly discover the beauty and magic of life. Thank you for being here today and for engaging in this journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Your presence and participation are invaluable, and together we can cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Let us continue to honor our inner landscapes and the sacred power they hold as we move forward in our quest for a more fulfilling life. Thank you.